Alright guys, welcome to video number 3 of American Wander. We are out here at Atlantic City here today, enjoying both the beach and the casinos. We have a special episode here for you today, and without further ado, let's roll the tape. Alright guys, it is Will back here with American Wander. Welcome back to the channel. It's been a few weeks since we got an episode out, but don't worry, we're back up here in Rochester, New York, moved into our new house. We're ready to pump out some new episodes, and without further ado, today's episode is about the best budget travel credit cards to rack up some points and to get out there and travel again. Now, I have 5 great cards here today, as well as some other honorable mentions that we got going on here on our list. But without further ado, let's get into our list. All right, guys, so number 5 on our list is the Discover It Miles card. Now, this card doesn't have any intro offers, but it does offer 1.5 unlimited cash back, which will be matched by Discover at the end of your first year. So essentially for that first year, you're getting 3% cash back, which is a pretty darn good offer. And it is a travel card, but like I said, it is a Discover, so you're not necessarily gonna get all the benefits that you would being able to spend with this credit card if you travel abroad frequently. But if you travel mostly domestically, this card is a great credit card and you're able to build your credit. Discover is one of the easier cards to get approved for. So if you don't have a super long credit history, maybe this is your first travel credit card, maybe your first credit card at all, Discover is a great credit card for doing that. And there is no annual fee like some other cards on this list. So if you don't want to shell out $100 or so right now, the Discover card might be for you. And like I said, this card does come with some cons. It is a Discover, so it's not the best for international travel, and there's no intro offer. But overall, this is a pretty solid credit card, especially if you're new to the credit card game. Now, moving on to our number 4 on our list is the Blue Cash Preferred card from American Express. And now this isn't necessarily a travel card in itself, but you can use it like a travel credit card if you play it right. Now, essentially what my idea is with this card is it's not in the travel class of credit cards, but if you rack up all those points, building up to when you eventually will travel, you can use all those points as essentially saving towards your travel. And at the end of the day, money is money, whether it's a travel card or not, earning on airlines or whatever. If you're saving up, you're saving up, and that's really all that counts. Now, this card does have a pretty good intro offer. It will give you $250 back after spending $1,000 in your first 3 months, which is pretty good, all things considering. And it has some pretty good kind of point offers for what you're spending on your everyday purchases, such as 6% back at grocery stores and through streaming services, and 3% back on rideshare and at gas stations, as well as 1% back everywhere else. So all things considered, if you spend a lot of money at those specific places, such as grocery stores and gas stations, you can rack up a ton of points at these places, and you'll be able to save all that money that you can go ahead and put towards your travel. Now, it is an Amex, so like the Discover card, it isn't the best for actually spending your money while you are abroad. But like I said, if you travel domestically mostly, it is a pretty great credit card, and you can actually spend there. You will need to have some sort of backup credit card for spending abroad, because most places abroad, it's really hit or miss, but most places do not accept American Express as well as Discover, so you'll need something else to do that. But like I said, you can save up while you're in the US and then eventually use those points. But you're essentially just saving for when you end up traveling. And it does have an annual fee of $95, but at the end of the day, those rewards that you'll be getting might offset that annual fee in the long run. Now, moving forward to the number 3 card on our list is actually a credit card that I don't personally have, but I know other people have this card and they have great reviews of it, and it is the Capital One Venture Rewards credit card. and it is great for you high spenders out there. It does have a very enticing intro offer of 50,000 bonus miles after spending $3,000 in your first 3 months, which you may think, oh my gosh, that's so much. My rule on intro offers is don't pick a card that will make you spend more than you would normally spend in any given time. So you don't want to, I only spend $2,500 a month. I'll get this card, I'll just have to spend an extra $500. That kind of defeats the purpose. You want these intro offers just to be cashing in on what you already spend. You don't want to be going out and spending anything extra than you already spend, because that kind of defeats the purpose of saving money to go and travel. But if you're already spending $3,000 in a 3-month period, this is a great offer, and you will, in addition to that intro offer, get 2 miles per every dollar you spend on this credit card, which is pretty darn good in this class of credit cards, as well as you'll get a $100 application fee waiver for global entry or TSA pre-check, which I don't think is super, oh my gosh, I need to spend the money to get this. But if they're giving it to you for free, it's a great option, and it's a feature that a lot of the higher tier credit cards will offer you, but the Capital One Venture Rewards credit card is giving to you in this lower class, which is a really good thing. And also, this card isn't tied to any one particular airline. So that's good if maybe you fly a bunch of budget airlines, or you aren't really tied down. They offer a lot of different airline options when you're flying, or you don't stick to a certain hotel group. It's a really good option if you maybe you move a lot and you just don't know what's going to happen. So it's a really good option if you're not tied down to any certain company. Really great option if that's the case. Now, it does come with some cons. It does have, like I said, a high spending threshold to get that intro offer, as well as a $95 annual fee. But at the end of the day, if you're spending all that money, you might be able to live with that, and it might be worth it in the long run. You have to look into what's going to work for you at the end of the day. And now, next up on our list is probably my favorite card. It is the Essentials Basic Credit Card that personally I think every traveler should have. It is the Bank of America Travel Rewards Credit Card, and this is the best bang for your buck. Simple, easy to remember, easy to think about. If you're gonna have one travel credit card, this might be the card for you. Now, you'll get unlimited 1.5 points on every purchase everywhere. It's a Visa, so you'll be able to use it anywhere in the world will accept this card, so it's super easy in that regard. It also does have an intro offer of 25,000 bonus points after spending $1,000 in the first 90 days of having this card. So if you're able to spend that in the first 90 days, that's realistically a little over $300 a month. Great card. Essentially, that's $250 back at the end of those first 3 months. So it's a great offer and relatively easy to take advantage of. Great card, and also has no annual fee. So at the end of the day, there's not really many cons, and I'm sure I could think of some, but realistically, this is a great card compared to the other ones. Really simple, really great basic card. If you're gonna have one, like I said, this is probably the card for you. Now, moving on to our last card, the number one card on our list is the Advantage Aviator Red World Elite MasterCard. This card has one of the best intro offers that you'll really ever see. Great intro offer that I think you need to take advantage of. Now, after you spend, all you have to do to get this intro offer is you need to make one purchase as well as pay the annual fee, which is a relatively standard one. I think it's around $100. So essentially for $100, you're going to be getting 60,000 Advantage on American Airlines bonus miles, which you can put to traveling so many places. I have this card, and I put this towards, it covered my round trip flight from New York, JFK, all the way down to Buenos Aires, Argentina, and it was a great deal. I paid just, obviously, the annual fee to get the miles, and then the taxes and fees. So essentially for under $200, all included, I was able to get a round trip ticket to all the way down to Argentina, which was a super great deal. If you're looking for deals, this credit card is worth checking out. It isn't necessarily for the person who might have low credit. You need to have decent credit to be able to get this card. But if you're able to get the card, intro offer, you can't beat it. It's super easy to do. There's no worrying about how much you have to spend. Make one purchase, pay your fee, and you got it. Super easy. You will also get 2 points per dollar spent on American Airlines purchases, as well as 1 point per dollar spent on everything else. And in addition, if you are able to fly American a lot and on domestic itineraries, you will get your first check bag free on American flights, as well as preferred boarding as well, if that's important to you. And then lastly, in terms of cons for this card, like I said, there is an annual fee. It's around $100. So, but at the end of the day, if you're able to use those 60,000 points that you get for the intro offer, it really offsets it, and it's a really great deal that I think you should take advantage of. And obviously, you need to be able to fly American to be able to get this card, or to make it worth it, to be able to make this card worth it. If you live somewhere where American isn't readily serviced, or you just don't think you'll be able to fly American, those miles at the end of the day aren't worth it. So just gotta make sure that you live near an airport, or you can get to an airport where American flies out of, and then you can use those points for it. And that's really it. That's all I have here for today. Thanks you guys for tuning in. If you have any comments, questions about any of these cards, a card maybe you think should be on this list that I didn't have on my list, go ahead and comment down below. But as always, make sure you like, subscribe, give us a follow on both Instagram at American Wander and on YouTube also at American Wander. Give us some feedback, let us know how we're doing. And with that, I'll leave it there. So thank you guys for tuning in. It is Will with American Wander signing out.